So the highest isn't to just get to where you don't feel anything for a man anymore. That's not even realistic. That's not practical. And anybody that says that usually has some trauma and resentment in them that they're not looking at, that's tainted their perception of men. Because as long as you're in a human body, you're half of the whole. I don't care how enlightened somebody gets. Like, if I became the ultimate enlightened person, I'm still in a male body. So I'm gonna feel this energetic kind of attraction, this pull. It's like a magnet. I'm gonna feel that when I see a girl on some level. I'm gonna notice it's a girl. When a girl walks by versus if I'm in public and they're on the street, a girl walks by or a guy walks by, it's a whole different inner experience. I mean, it's subtle. It's not like, wow. But there's a different inner experience, a chemical process that takes place when I see the girl versus the guy. So that's natural. You don't lose that. Okay. So here's where it gets corrupted though. Until we're established in our own self, until there's some true stability, some self-containment inside, this impulse that we feel when we see the opposite sex, it's a strong biological tendency, number one. It's the second strongest instinct we have. Self-preservation is the strongest instinct, the will to stay alive. So sexual instinct's second strongest. Well, that's pretty damn strong, isn't it? So when we feel that impulse, especially if the chemistry's matching, especially if, everything, they meet your designer kit idea of a guy and all that stuff, if that matches, then the impulse it's going to be strong. It's going to be imbalanced strong. There's a difference between needing and desiring. This is what the video is about. When you feel you need something, that kick-starts this obsessive compulsive thinking loop. It's like, I need this. I need it. Why? Why do people's mind think they need it? Because they're not truly at home inside. They feel such a nice euphoric feeling from this other person. They're like, they make them their savior, whether they can know it or can admit it or articulate it. They're like, no, inside they feel like this really completes me. And then you got the whole movies and music, all these songs that just perpetuate that. Yeah, it's difficult. So what I'm saying though is when you get more solid in yourself, the desire or the tendency or the attraction, that doesn't leave you. That's still there. You enjoy, it's like a paradox. You can enjoy desire, but without the attachment, without the need, the inordinate need. This is where we want to get to. This is what the channel's for, how to get there. Well, you definitely can't go to a class to learn that. This is an inner alchemy process that happens in you. It's a spiritual process. This is why I made my other channel, Transcending Shadows, because I talk on practical level about the lifestyle habits that can increase our vibration, our energy, give us access to our higher self on a practical level. Diet and company and environment and lifestyle habits. When we shape our life in a healthy way, we get access to our own deeper, higher power. That's the point. That's part of it. That's practical human level. That needs to be underpinned, you could say, with the spiritual practice, spiritual level. High value woman, in essence, what it really means, she's in touch with her spiritual power, her essence. That's what allows her to still enjoy the human show. She still enjoys men full on. She doesn't need them. She can go out and they with a guy, have a great time, have great chemistry, feel very, emotionally stimulated, sexually stimulated, whatever. And then when the night's over, she can go home and enjoy a nice sleep, appreciate the experience she had. She She's not thinking like all day about him. Why doesn't he call? Like, what the hell's wrong with him? Like I need him. No, she surrendered her life. She gave her life back up to the existence that created her life. She says, you know what? If the universe created this female form, it's probably going to take care of it too, isn't it? This is the whole thing. We forget. Rumi said, he who brought me here will take me home. Or you can say, he who brought me here will take care of me. Do you recognize the difference? When your human mind and self-will is trying to take care of things versus when you can say God or universe is taking care of things. Do you recognize the difference in the guidance? There's somebody coming, he's selling stuff. I don't know if you can hear him. So I'm going to let him, or maybe he knows I'm talking now. So, he's being respectful. That surprised me. How you doing? Good. Yeah, it's a good surprise. So, do you know the difference when universal intelligence and intuition is operating in your life versus the logical, deductive mind? You notice the difference? When universal intelligence is operating, it's a much more lighter kind of vibration and flow. There's not even options. The mind, there's many options. Well, should I do this or should I do that? And should I call him or should I wait for him to call? When you're flowing, you don't do that. You just don't do it. If you feel like calling him, you call him. You don't say, well, I called 3 times now and he didn't call, so he should call once. No, you just do what you do. You flow. This is what allows you to attract the highest mate also. When you don't need something, then you see things very soberly. Then you can recognize inside who your so-called true soulmates are. Because you're not being confused with all these other inordinate needs and stuff playing. You overcome, for example, if somebody has a sex addiction, then that's gonna cloud your ability to discern if this being is truly right for you. Because maybe you'll be thinking about fulfilling your sex addiction. There's all a bunch of different examples we can give with that. That's why this human show doesn't work. It doesn't really work in the end. We have to recognize who we are beyond our human self. The human self is like a costume outfit, like if you've done any theater work. You put your costume on and you do your play, but then you don't take it off. You just go through your life with the costume on, thinking that's who you are. This is what most human beings are doing. This human outfit, it's a costume. It's a very intimate costume though, right? You can't just take it off, like it's stuck. But still, it's not who we are. The latest that you'll find that out is when this body dies. But you need to find that out now. When we realize that now, life becomes it's easier, it flows. You enjoy life, but without suffering it so much. You don't have the whole attachment issue. You enjoy, it goes, okay. It's okay, let it go. Why? Because you found it's not the thing that you're enjoying that's giving you the enjoyment. You found who you are inside, so you're already in joy. You understand? So then that gets projected into whatever thing you're doing out here, and so you enjoy that too. But you're the one that's giving it the joy. Because if it's the thing that's giving you the joy, it's going to be short-lived. And then you're going to be trying to hold on to it. You ever notice when you try to hold on to something, it wants to go away? See, people are living in that. I used to be like that too. I'd be in a relationship back in the day, and I would be enjoying it so much that I'd get depressed. I'd say, damn, I like her and want her so much. It's so like, it was needy. And I knew it was needy. And I'm like, she's going to feel it. She's going to feel it. And then she's not gonna flow the same way with me, because when they feel you're too needy, it kind of changes the frequency. They can't even help it. It's like something doesn't relate in the same way anymore, because you're subconsciously trying to make them fettered. Fettered means not free. With your projections and need and everything, it's something wants to push, even though they try to love you. Like, I still love you, but can you, I couldn't stop that dynamic, All right, let me know if you have any questions. I hope this video did something for you, and you can see my other channel, Transcending Shadows. I talk about the practical things like I told you about earlier, and go see my spiritual channel, Spiritual Renaissance. That's my main channel. This is my favorite. That's my favorite channel. These other channels, I'm fishing for people to bring there. Okay, that's what I'm doing. See you.